Hello and welcome to Goddess Tulsa Radio. Make sure you're following us on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Music, and YouTube on all of our platforms. We have After Dark, Hot Topics, special guests, and engagement here. If you would like to send Goddess Tulsa gifts, you can do so at P.O. Box 195 1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106. And if you like to donate to the Cash App, it is beautiful 070707. Thank you so much for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa show. And we appreciate you. If you are new, we want to thank you. If you're a returner, we want to thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we will be starting the show here shortly. So hop on the train. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa show. I'm your host, Goddess Tulsa. Today, we are here to discuss some rhetoric that is being spewed in our community by a guy. And it is really getting out of control. And he decided that he would discuss Emmett Till. He used Emmett Till as a punchline for his joke. And if you all know, Emmett Till was tragically unalived. And so let's go ahead and give Emmett Till a moment of silence. Okay. Thank you all for that. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up a video. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, so I'm about to play a clip. Um, but before we do this, I wanted to get this out of the way. To our returning subscribers, thank you so much. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for coming by and visiting with us. Let's see. Okay, so um, give me 1 second. Okay, so copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyrights Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. So that's what we are doing here, and this is strictly research. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull the video. This content is coming from Tracy with a T, and I don't know why I'm unsubscribed. But make sure you all are subscribed to these channels, Tracy with the T. So let's get that out the way. Give me 1 second.
That. And that is why I was saying, certain things we bringing up now and saying is not appropriate. That's all I was saying.
I hear you, Jill.
It wasn't really being harsh on Treasure Lane. I know he does his reads, and I know he reads well, and I know he reads dirty too, and everybody does.
So right here, what the lady is saying, pretty much, she is siding with, it's right, but then she's kind of torn in between the two because this is a content creator that she enjoys. But this is my thing: whether if it's a content creator that you enjoy or not, wrong is wrong, right is right. Stand up for what's right and not what's wrong. But let's go ahead and get into the video, and I will be speaking here shortly. So give me a second, and then before I play this, I want to say that I did say that I was going to pull up on this gentleman's channel and address him in a manner that he needed to be addressed, because I just don't sit around and I'm not going to watch destruction happen. And you know I feel like silence is violence, and that's going to explain where I come in. Here we go.
Like whoever I watch, and do I say yay to it all? No, I don't. But I don't think he needs to be canceled out.
Right.
It just needed to be a little correction of when we are talking about people who have really, really been through that type of detriment. That's all I'm saying.
Now, remind you guys, this is the person that she's talking about that should not be canceled. This is an adult. Like, um, I don't know the background of the person, but just common sense. Like my third grade daughter, well, fourth grade now, but my fourth grade daughter knows the difference. You know what I'm saying? And so for an adult to sit up here and make an excuse for another adult for insulting our people, and like I said, rest in soul Emmett Till, to have him as a punchline as your joke is totally ridiculous. And if that was all you could produce, I suggest you to reconsider content. Oh, so I'm about to share it right now. Hello, Watwana. Hello, Mr. Terry. How are you? He says, hello, Miss Queen Tulsa. Good evening. He says, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel get positive rating with the YouTube algorithm. It also helps this channel's videos to be exposed to more subscribers. Absolutely. So we definitely want to take care of the housekeeping. Thank you so much. Did you show the video? We're about to. We must remember sometimes an excuse is premeditated, thought about lie. Okay, I definitely feel that. So let's go ahead and play.
I
But
hear you.
I
So
still will
I hear what
continue
you're
to
saying.
watch, so it doesn't even match. I will still continue to watch him. He
Yeah, you're just
just
saying it's
everybody
wrong that
sees it and they fight.
yeah, you're just saying it's wrong that he does not need to be canceled. And Goddess, you're saying it's wrong and he does need to be canceled because it's unacceptable. And I get that and I
That's
respect your
God's
points of
choice.
view.
That's God's choice if he need to be.
Tracy, that's just like me going to someone's funeral and standing up laughing.
I hear
It's
what you're saying, but not
disrespectful.
everybody. Yeah, I
It's
hear what you're saying, Goddess.
disrespectful. It's
Yeah.
inconsiderate. You are laughing at someone that transitioned. You are making fun of someone that transitioned, not because God called them, because somebody had uh had some hate in their heart.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say that, it makes me question you and your thinking. How do you really feel? Get
Okay, I
somebody
just brought
mad.
James up.
Get
Hey
somebody.
James,
Get somebody. Oh,
I'm so
get
sorry.
somebody mad, and you'll really feel. You'll really see how they feel about you.
Well, I just brought James up because that's the one you probably don't know him because you said you just clicked on because we were talking about it. But James is the one that made the statement, and it was just he gave
And
a
let me
reference.
give you the correct
Hey
verbiage, Tracy.
James.
Okay,
Hey,
go ahead.
y'all.
Correct.
Let me give you the
Okay.
correct
Hello, how
verbiage.
are you?
I'm
Okay.
good. Let me give you the correct verbiage.
Uh-huh.
What I said was,
Okay.
I was
Hmm.
talking to Kwani, and I said, ever since you've been on the YouTube streets,
Okay, so now the guy that had made this comment or this statement, I did, like I said before I played it, I did say that I was going to show up and I was going to address him on the comments that he had made about Emmett Till. Whether if it was a joke, whether if it was, I don't care what it is. I just didn't find it appealing. I didn't find no humor in it. And I don't think that his family or anybody else that cares about Black people being lynched or killed for no reason. Hello, together we break change. So go ahead. I'll go ahead and continue the video.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Bradley has dragged you like Emmett Till. That's what I said.
Oh,
I did not
okay.
say I would drag you like Emmett Till. I said Sean
Okay.
Bradley had dragged you like Emmett Till. Now,
But how was
either
Emmett Till
way,
dragged? Explain
hold,
that for me.
hold on, goddess. Hold on. Hold on. Now, I did two lives where I actually
Mhm.
I opened up my platform and I sat and I allowed everybody to come and say whatever it was that they wanted to say, but whether they cared for it or they didn't care for it and whatever that was. I have no problem listening. I'm not fighting with
Yeah.
you all about whether it touched you or didn't touch you or anything like that. That's not even my fight. Now,
That part right. That part right there is not your fight. You are a Black man, love. Like, wow. It really disturbed me when he was ranting off, and that was his response. And so I was listening. So I guess let's go ahead and finish listening. And if you guys are in here, you definitely sound off in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I feel like, what are you guys' thoughts? I feel like he should be canceled. This is a Black man in our community spreading rhetoric. What are y'all's thoughts? We'll continue.
Now I came up here, Goddess, because there's no need for a pull up because I'm already here. So I'm here. I've been listening, and I will go ahead and I'll give you the opportunity to say what it is that you have to say to me about it, like I did with the rest of the people. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with any of the backlash at all. So go ahead, Goddess, and I'm here, so you can go ahead and tell me now that you know the actual verbiage of what was actually said. I'll go ahead and listen to you and what it is that you actually have to say about what you feel on the situation, even though I don't know you.
And I apologize for misquoting that, James. So I'm
Okay, I
happy that
don't think
I
that.
stand corrected,
Well,
y'all. I stand corrected. That
Oh
he
no,
did not
it's
say.
okay. Well, that's how this goes. That's
Yeah,
YouTube. That's YouTube.
but I
Every
have
time it
it
gets
corrected.
repeated, it will change. That's
Mhm.
how that goes. That's no big deal, Trey.
Okay, go ahead, Goddess. Goddess, go ahead. Are you there?
yes, I'm still here. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna let you know, like right here is the part where I am I was listening to hear and not listening to respond. So now we are about to get into my response because it's like it wasn't his fight, and this was between another Black content creator. But see, this is what they failed to realize. When you pick up that ball in that fight, or you take that snack off that table and eat it, you're in that situation. We'll keep going. Um, I did ask a question, but I think he was too busy talking. James, the question again was how
Oh, you're cutting out, Goddess.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So I did ask the question. So James, the question was how was Emmett Till dragged? That was the question.
Goddess, I said I would come up and I would let you tell me how you felt about the situation. I didn't say I would come up here for you to school me or try to school me on anything. I'm 50 years old. I know very
That
well
was a question,
everything
sir.
about the whole thing, but I didn't come up here for you to ask me a question. That's what I'm
You
saying.
just
I
said
didn't say,
you're going to give me
no,
the
no, no.
opportunity
I
to
said
ask a
I'll give you
question.
the opportunity. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't say that. I said I
Well,
came
maybe
up to
I don't
give you
know
the
what I don't
opportunity.
know what. Okay, are we
I'll tell
gonna
you
talk
again.
over each other?
No, I don't know if you have a delay, but I'm not talking
Okay,
over
I
you.
feel like you should be canceled, and I'm telling you to your ear or to your face or what. However,
Right.
you need to
Okay.
be canceled. What you
Okay.
said was disrespect to the Black community. What you said was disrespectful to the mother that is still seeking justice for her son. I don't think any time it needs to be joked with or played with when somebody loses their life innocently when just for being them, just for being his Black self, just because of a lie is how he left. So, Black people, when you say this has nothing to do with me, it has everything to do with you. And for those that are just trying to discredit our history, where we come from, our strides to where we are now, we can't discredit that. We cannot discredit what happened. We cannot forget about history. But we'll keep going. Whether you knew her personally is disrespectful in the Black community. The people that have come before us, so your ass can sit and mingle and live your best life. That's a disrespect to them. I'm not standing up for what's popular. I'm standing for what's right. I'm calling you out. It was a disservice. It wasn't funny. I didn't see no humor in that. We still have people to this day being taken out of here because of the color of their skin. We are people of color. We have to support one another. Let's love each other. United we stand, divided we fall. I would suggest you go and work in mainstream media because they are looking for that rhetoric that you are spewing. Tear down the Black community. Keep us at odds. Keep the confusion going. I'm very passionate about the Emmett Till situation. I'm here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 1921, there was a race massacre. Black Wall Street, wealthiest place in the U.S. for Blacks. We were thriving, had our own neighborhoods, had our own airport, had our own bus systems. But because of racism, they came through and dropped bombs on my people. Children were running on fire. So when you say, oh, the streets been dragging you like Emmett Till, you dragging pain. That hurts. If you didn't know, do your research. That's all I have. And thank you, Tracy, for having me up on the panel. Thank you all for the engagement. We can agree to disagree, but ladies and gentlemen, silence is violence. Silence is violence. So I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity. I'm about to drop the link. Um, if you guys want to sound off on this, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What are your opinions? Do you think that I was wrong for calling that man out? Do you think I should have said more? What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Walwana says it's still going on. It has not stopped. Absolutely. I'll go ahead and drop the link if you guys want to come up. Give me a second. I'll pin it for us.
Anything he want with you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
Scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got.
Not sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them.
Now, I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my cabin.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble.
And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine.
I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my meat.
There are ways to win the war in a different way.
Better learn. You best learn or you're gonna get the bloody back for sure.
So yes, when I said go work for mainstream media, that's what I meant. It's like they spew rhetoric on our community. They don't give you the real news. They don't support um, our stories when we come up missing. It's like we have to do a whole riot. We have to do, well, not a, well, rioting, Well, now I want to say that, no, we'll protest. I recant that. We protest so we can be heard. So I say this to, it really bothered my spirit. And when I was there, I gave my opinion, of course, but then I wanted to come over here and share it with my family here to let you guys know, like, hey, we have this stuff out here on YouTube. I don't give a damn if you white, black, whichever color. If you are spewing that, you need to be canceled. It is no way around that. You are the problem. You need to, in my opinion, educate yourself. Educate yourself. It's not right. It'll never be okay. Miss Queen Tulsa has always made genuine deposits in the Bank of Trust. Miss Queen Tulsa is a very professional, very responsible content creator, a very professional journalist. Yes. And I love what I do. And I feel like any opportunity that I have, I'm going to bring commentary, and I'm also going to bring real life topics, uncomfortable topics that um, that brings awareness. We have to be mindful of the information that we're taking in, what the people are depositing out into this universe. Sherry Me says, hey, oh, he has a nice following, 40K subscribers and good content. His name is Split Boy. Okay, so you say you have great content. Um, I'm assuming that you're one of his subscribers. And if so, have you called him to the carpet on that statement of him making Emmett Till the punchline to his joke to drag someone else? I have a question. Sherry, if you don't mind, there's a link posted. I would love to have the engagement. This is not a shout party. This is strictly an engagement. Strictly that. But just a reminder for those out there that just don't get it. Here you go.
Anything he want with you, ain't nothing you can do
The
about
money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
it. Scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got.
Not sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them.
Now I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my
If I
cabin.
crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble.
And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine.
I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my meat.
There are ways to win the war in a different way.
Better learn. You best learn or you're gonna get the bloody back for sure.
Okay. Authenticity or principles in exchange for personal gain, such as money, in the terms of music or art. Selling out is associated with attempts to tailor material to a mainstream or commercial audience. Should I read it again? Let me know if I should read it again, y'all. Did y'all get it the first time? Should I read it again? Well, Wanda says the way he spoke, it was like he wants any parts of the African American community. It did seem like that. Here, I'll read it one more time for the people that are just coming in. Okay. Authenticity or principles in exchange for personal gain, such as money in terms of music or art. Selling out is associated with attempts to tailor material to a mainstream or commercial audience. It seemed like the motherfucker was trying to sell out to me. That's just how it appeared to me. Well, listen, guys, I just wanted to come by, drop the bomb on you guys just to let you know what was going on. I am going to take a break from YouTube this evening. I'm actually going to head out and attend some events and festivities. But I just want to lay that on your brain for Saturday. I hope everybody is doing well. Side eye and all of yous says he has two channels, one with review and other where he made Emmett Till statement and spews hateful statements about LGBTQ and Black women. See, that's a problem. This is a problem, and I'm so glad, Side Eyeing. I'm glad you brought that up. Why is it so comfortable for these Black men to be sitting up on here degrading Black women when they come from a Black woman? I'm pretty sure they have aunts, mothers, grandmothers, sisters, maybe even daughters. And you do this. Like I was telling someone else on another live, the William Lynch letters. There were three powerful words that are supposed to, um, split Black people up, African Negroes up. And those three words are fear, envy, and distrust. We fear our brothers and sisters getting ahead of us. We envy when they do accomplish, and we just trust them when we could be going to business, but you don't trust them. We must remember the lady that said Emmett Till touched her, says she made the story up. It isn't funny to gloat over someone's death, even worse when the person was murdered. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why I say he does not want to be a part of African American community, as Willie Lynch says. What I say? Listen, I'm over here and I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll, child. I'm just, Willie Lynch. Okay. On August 28th, 1955, while visiting family in Money, Mississippi, 14-year-old Emmett Till, an African American from Chicago, is brutally murdered for allegedly flirting with a white woman 4 days earlier. His assailants, the white woman's husband and his brother, made Emmett carry a 75-pound cotton gin fan to the bank of the Tallahatchie River and ordered him to take off his clothes. The two men beat him nearly to death, gouged out his eyes, shot him in the head, and then threw his body, tied to the cotton gin fan with barb, barb, barbed wire in the river. Who was Emmett Till? Till grew up in a working class neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, and though he had attended a segregated elementary school, he was not prepared for a level of segregation he encountered in Mississippi. His mother warned him to take care because of his race, but Emmett enjoyed pulling pranks. On August 24th, while standing with his cousins and some friends outside a country store in Money, Emmett bragged that his girlfriend back home was white. Emmett's African American companions, disbelieving him, dared Emmett to ask the white woman sitting behind the store counter for a date. He went in, bought some candy, and on the way out, he was heard saying, "Bye, baby," to the woman. There were no witnesses in the store but Carolyn Bryant. The woman behind the counter later claimed that he grabbed her, made lewd advances, and wolf whistled at her as he sauntered out. Emmett Till murder. Roy Bryant, the perpetrator of the store and woman's husband, returned from a business trip a few days later and heard how Emmett had allegedly spoken to his wife. Enraged, he went to the home of Till's great uncle, Mose Wright, with his half brother J.W. Millam in the early morning hours of August 28th. The pair demanded to see the boy. Despite pleas from Wright, they forced Emmett into their car. After driving around in the night and perhaps beating Till into a tool house behind Millam's residence, they drove him down to the Tallahatchie River. 3 days later, his corpse was recovered, but so disfigured that Moses Wright could only identify it by an initialed ring. Authorities wanted to bury the body quickly, but Till's mother, Mamie Bradley, requested it be sent to back to Chicago. Open casket funeral. After seeing the mutilated remains, she decided to have an open casket funeral so that all of the world could see what racist murderers had done to her only son. Jet, an African American weekly magazine, published a photo of Emmett's corpse, and soon the mainstream media picked up on the story. Less than 2 weeks after Emmett's body was buried, Malam and Bryant went on trial in a segregated courthouse in Summer, Mississippi. There were few witnesses besides Mose Wright who positively identified the defendants as Emmett's killers. On September 23rd, the all-white jury deliberated for less than an hour before issuing a verdict of not guilty, explaining that they believed the state had failed to prove the identity of the body. Many people around the country were outraged by the decision and also by the state's decision not to indict Malam and Bryant on the separate charge of kidnapping. Carolyn Bryant confesses. The Emmett Till murder trial brought to light the brutality of Jim Crow segregation in the South was an early impetus of the civil rights movement. In 2017, Tim Tyson, author of the book The Blood of Emmett Till, revealed that Carolyn Bryant recanted her testimony, admitting that Till had never touched, threatened, or harassed her. Nothing that boy did could ever justify what happened to him, she said. So, when people say, well, why are you outraged? Well, that was the story, my love. He blocks people that disagree with him. LOL, have a good day. His channel is trash. LOL, talk to you later. Gotta go. You know I'm blunt. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Um, you said William. Yeah. Well, let's just try to focus on the message and you know, what what's really going on in our community and how these Black content creators are really just not doing a due diligence in making things better. They want to be a part of the problem and not of the solution, and that's only an observation. Like I said, guys, I love you all. I wanted to come and share that with you guys. I wanted to get the conversation started. Definitely check out the community wall because we do post on there. I haven't posted lately, and we will definitely get better with that. But I do want to say thank you for taking your time away on this beautiful Saturday. I want you to have a great day on purpose and treat others like you would want to be treated. On that note, I'm your host, Goddess Tulsa, and this is Goddess Tulsa Radio. Enjoy your day. We're out. Hello, and welcome to Goddess Tulsa Radio. Make sure you're following us on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Music, and YouTube on all of our platforms. We have After Dark, Hot Topics, special guests, and engagement here. If you would like to send Goddess Tulsa gifts, you can do so at P.O. Box 195, 1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. And if you like to donate to the Cash App, it is beautiful 070707. Thank you so much for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa show. And we appreciate you. If you are new, we want to thank you. If you're a returner, we want to